This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bengals getting set to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Green 80.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
To throw, it's Bortles. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it'll bring up third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a play fake. Bortles. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10.
Over.
On 1st and 10, Darnold letting one go deep for a noon one. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off of play action, Darnold sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And it's fielded at the 34. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Throwing is Bortles. And his throw is going to be incomplete. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Bortles. He's got his man, Boyd. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 82 yards, and the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. Here's Bortles to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll run on first down. Scott, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw on second down is Darnold. He's going to float this one deep. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 82 yards. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Let's go, let's go. So right, so right. Here we go, here we go. Read it.
Bortles going to throw. Flush to his right. On the right side, caught by Green. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Green 80. Green 80.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now Bortles. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Bortles. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Green 80. Green 80. Green 80.
They'll go for it. It's Bortles. That's to his running back, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Bortles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch number 5. Green 80. Green 80.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Green 80. Green 80. 372. Lucy.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Green 80. Lucy, Lucy. 372. Let's go.
On third and long, it's Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Scott. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Scott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Darnold now on second down. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one. Oh, this is blocked. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Move.
On play action, now Bortles. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Green 80. Green 80.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And the Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
Green 80. Green 80.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. I got
Move. Lucy, Lucy, Lucy.
You got motion man right there.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And it's for pride now, but the Bengals get a bit closer. Now Bortles coming to the line with his guys going for two.
Green 80. Green 80.
Bortles eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
New York set to take the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's...
And got his man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gun!
From the 50, it's Darnold going underneath for Corral. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's got a moonwalk. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Letting one go deep for a Noonwalk. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56.
Four down. Check. Win the rep. Let's go right here.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. He was looking for a Nunwa there. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Check back.
Lucy.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Green 80.
Shotgun now for Bortles. He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Lucy. Green 80. Move. 372.
Bortles now throws. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
You got three down.
Green 80.
56 to Mike, boys.
372.
Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. This is Gordon on the dump off. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now Bortles got to have this one. He's got his man, Boyd. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And this is caught at the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go.
Let's see if they do it anyway.
3 down.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I.
Omaha.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on 4th and goal.
Let's go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Geno Atkins able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10.
Gun! Set! 3-19! Detroit!
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him, 11 yards and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels...
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Darnold from the gun. Anuno's got it, complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He's going to float this one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. And even 40 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw is Darnold. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. Oh, nice move. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Jets, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season.